Hello everyone, my name is Miss Barbar, and welcome to the Imagination Queendom. And last time we made this first floor of this building that corners the Main Street, the Sugary Emporium. And now that we have the fantasy theme, the pirate theme, I found how to complete this building. And so let's have a look at it. First we have the perfect sign, the Sugary Emporium, using two. And look at this view. It's gonna be great. And so there's a few tips I use for this build, besides what I showed last time. Of course, we have first, as you can see, this is two-piece, because the original one, of course, it looked like this, and so get a nice window shape. I did that. Then we have this made out of a window, this window piece. If I copy it, you can see it's that one. Then I use this are the fairy tale archway. I think it's worked perfectly with some, how is it called again? The stained glass. I would hope if we would have more of those. It would be nice to make some little figure out of that. And the thing on top is the same window, but the window is upside down. As you can see, it's the same windows but upside down. And so this was a lot of fun. We have the new stucco piece, of course. Won't have an interior yet. I will need to figure out how I do it. I don't know if I showed it the last episode, but I found a name for the movie Gulpy World Evolution 3D. Little nod to Jurassic World Evolution 3. Maybe it will be, maybe I won't, I don't know yet. Maybe, at least I think I will give it a try. And that can be a lot of fun. I like dinosaurs, not as much as one of my friends, but I like dinosaurs. So it can be fun if I will see if the piece by piece is good enough. Maybe I will try Jurassic World Evolution 3. Like I said, we have to see. And then beside that, I want to work on a bit of the Mainstreet today. Find a way to fix that. It seems a little bland. Beside that, yes, that's what I wanted to show. I found a name for this area, the underground area, the Prisma Cave. I uploaded the name and I think it will be really fun. And another thing I want to do, I want to complete this side of the world, made a little waterfall so the body of water connects. That is very nice. But I would love to have this second entrance to, I need to find a name for that, but my fantasy area. To change the windows on the castle and, oh, I forgot to do it. Well, it's okay, I will fix that. But I think having the entrance over there could be very nice, like a secret entrance. And also, yes, this is the trees, but it looks pretty nice. Also, last thing I wanna say before I close this section, if there's a bit of an echo, I'm sorry about that. We try to make it better, but I just moved into my new apartment, and so it will take time until I get a proper audio and that. I have a bit more furniture to get a bit of the echo and all, but by time it will be fixed, I promise. Well, without any further ado, I have an area entrance to make. And I found how to complete the art thanks to Poison Blade. So check him out on YouTube, it's an amazing content creator. And he's making an amazing theme park, so check him out. And side it, two columns on each side of those little archways and complete the look. It's nice. We have little Diablo statues, so we keep the cat theme And yeah, that is very nice, and it fits with those one, so it's pretty nice. And then, well, that's not the only thing I did. As you can see, I changed the benches. Oh, that's not the right color. We'll fix that. Yeah, we'll fix it. Change the color for a test and forgot to change it. And so now I have benches, I have park music, but I save it for the video, so it's not weird, but we now have park music, and that's amazing. Beside that, well, there's a bit more. I added a little entrance to Out and Go, and tried a little something scenery, no, facility, my blueprints. It wasn't nice for this. Or this didn't work out, but I did a little glove rack. And it's pretty simple, it's pretty nice, pretty nice little shock ride. I'm sure I will find some uses at some point. You need to do dress costume and all of that good stuff to complete this shop. But that's not all. No, that's not all. First, I tried to start an interior but didn't go far, so it's not worth looking. Also tried to add bunting over the Mainstreet, but didn't look as I wanted, a bit too noisy. And this is the entrance, well, the second entrance, because we have bigger one to Penterly Grove, my fairy tale area with a side of paint, so I copied the paintbrush, made a little variant over there. We still have this little view that is nice from the river, and the river that continues all the way there. Bit of paint strokes on the rock, I love it. And we'll enter into this magical world where I think I want to have my quite a big fantasy village town, and then having a bit more of a forested area. I think that could be amazing. And on the back, on this side, well, maybe it will be there, maybe it will be there, but on this area, I want to have the paint splash mountain. I was inspired by those paint buckets, and I think with paint waterfall, that could be amazing. I know we can color water, and also I think that can be pretty nice. And so now what do I plan to do next? Well, you know me, I could either work on the western town, but don't feeling like it right now, or I could start working on this, complete the hub. I want an area for the pirate area, whisker base. Yes, whiskers, because they won't be pirates, they will be pirates. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I have some sketches already made. I think I continue the hub. I want, yeah, the pirates area that will go probably around there. And then I want a steampunk area too. But I think I will do the steampunk area, and to connect the both, I will have an underwater area. I think that can be really nice. Still need to figure out what make it special at that underwater area, and it will take a lot of time, you know me. But the hub is, well, the hub and Mainstreet are 50% complete. We have one side, we have both part of there, we have one shop completed. So we are halfway done with the Mainstreet and the hub, and that is pretty cool. Anyway, I will continue to have a lot of fun in the game, and I will meet you when there's something important to show. I have to say that I love this view. I love this view of the castle with the trees, and it's really good. It's really relaxing. Really put frame the castle well, and I love that because framing and sightline in theme parks are very important. And since it's a castle, it's so important having so many angles that you could look at it, like it's framed between the two trees, but you could watch it from there, and of course have all the sightline from the main street. Oh, look, the candy shop look great there. But sometimes it's not the big thing that matter, it's smaller things. She's saying going toward the giant trees, but there's a lot going on with that tree, so first let's enjoy the view. So you have these beautiful windows on a new world on the Penterly Grove with that beautiful wishing trees. You can see the river running through. It really gives a vibe as you enter the area at the foot of the castle, but with the framing of the rock and all. Reader, look at there. Oh, you look straight. To that amazing wishing tree. And I didn't wanted to use the wishing tree in game because it's great, don't get me wrong, but doesn't feel the Penterly vibe, it doesn't look organic enough. And so I took some log piece, I took some driftwood, and I started making these custom trees as you saw in the time lapse. And I just love it. I love the scale of it, I love the mushroom. I love how you can see the branch going through the falling leaves. Oh, that's amazing. Such a magical vibe, and with the castle overlooking, but at this area it's not the castle that's important, it's the tree. It's the tree, and it's great to have little things like that. It brings some life to the park, so I love it. And there's something that's very important about it that I like, it's the story that's being told. We have some candle being lit, the sword on top of the tree, and I have my own little story about that I will tell you, but of course I won't have black explaining it. I really don't want to explain too much. I want the imagination of the people to do their job, but I will tell you my little story about this tree that I come up with when I wanted to bring different layers of detail, but I will talk about after the story. So my idea is that each tech candle is a different wish, and there's no unique candle piece in game, so I had to use a little chandelier that came in the Fairytale pack. I had to use the dynamite box with the little candle buried to the ground for the bigger candles. But what I love about this is that each candle represents a wish. Some of them are not lit anymore, so that means the wish has been realized, and that's amazing. And of course they are from a safe distance from the tree, there's no vegetation inside, more dirt. And two little swords that are just put in front of the trees, and my story with that. And if you want to have another story, let me know in the comments. If this make me think about something else, let me know. I honestly want to hear what you think of this. But my little story is that there were two warriors, they were in love, and at some point they decided they didn't want to fight anymore, they wanted peace. They fell in love, and to seal their love they decided to plant a little tree, and a few feet away from that tree they buried their sword as a reminder that this tree represents their love, and the sword are the life they left behind. And with the power of their love, the tree grew and grew, and maybe it had become forgotten, maybe it was so long ago that not even their love that may grow the trees, but other people love that discover the trees, and the tree became a wishing tree. And legend tells that if you put a candle in front of the swords of the two lovers, well, there's a high chance that your wish will be realized. And that brings something very important in theme park, in storytelling in general, and even in just drawing and building. It's scale. Not just the scale of the tree, yeah, it's big, but it's playing with scale on different level. As you approach, you see the big tree, the really big tree, and that's big scale, a big picture. Then you can look at the detail, the branch, the mushroom, and then on a smaller scale there's this little story. It doesn't tell much, it doesn't take a lot of place in the tree, but just this little story, this little point of interest. Well, it brings the trees to life. It's not just the tree that is pretty, although it is, but it's also a tree with a story, a place, and that's very important. Let the imagination run wild, because it's not just giant castle that bring a highly themed theme park. It's also something like that, little detail like the story, like the popcorn stand, like the river, everything like that is what brings a theme park to life. And with that tree, I think I did what I wanted to do. I did visually, it has a really nice really frame well with, well, the giant pen bucket that is fall over, with that window that is created from the portal. It really is frame well, but at the same time it creates stories, and I really hope this can inspire you to sometimes do a little film, little stories like that. And anyway, I think I could continue to talk about the trees and just a little thing I love to do in this game, but let's continue building, and we'll meet again. I don't know if it will be in this area, in the western area, the Mainstreet, or who knows. But one thing for sure, I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and I'm very happy to share that with you guys. So anyway, let's move along and build a bit more. Now that is some good progress. As you can see, I did a lot of things in this update. Let's start with the most obvious one. We have the post office, the general store that were already there but added rebuildings. We first have the jail, with this little detail of the poster that fell over, and we wanted to have it look like it's bent over the wall. I really like that detail. Give a bit of life to it, and that is nice. We have the sheriff office with his room, and this perfect. And then we have one of my favorite buildings, very simple, but we have the barber shop with a little barber pole, and I messed it up a little bit, but that's okay. It turned, it looked how I want it to be, so I won't complain. With a little clock, a little windows, of course, just a facade, so we don't see the inside. I still want to have my PC to leave after I finish the park. And then before I show you the terrain, another thing for, well, the little detailing. I need to plant some thingies, so let me do that. I need this. And I need to... Perfect. Was bothering me a little bit. And so the little detail that I was talking earlier with the tree, we have the barbershop pole. It really makes the build feel complete. And then on top of that building, to not have only empty building and bring a bit of life to this more calm area of the park, we have this little place for shows, with a little piano, some boxes, the ladder that could be used creatively of the water tower, and of course some fences for the little stair for the performer, because I don't want anyone to climb and do something stupid and just move there. But I would like just to have when the show start to move. There's one and I just want to like that, so people know it. You don't go in there. And yeah, in bring a bit of life. There's still some room for the people to pass through, and if they don't want to pass through, they can still take the stairs or the lift, go on this side and come back up, so it's no biggie. That's what I like about this area, is how it will improve the gas flow. And yeah, this part of the area is completed, the little terrace, and now we need to do something like this. I think I want to have bones or things like that on display. Speaking of bones, it's some little bones sticking out, something very simple. Same for there, expanded the rock work. And speaking of little detail, there's something I love. If we look, well, we can look any angle. As you can see, it's moving slightly. It's a little trick with some rotating pieces. And so, if the speed you go on the coaster, it doesn't look like much. But when you see it, you're like, it's gonna fall. And it's the kind of little moment that brings really some life to it. And so we have more terrain. Started the queue area over there. I still need to do some pillars and do the cave below, but it is going well. And what I did, we have some spine bit, and then you burst through a skeleton head with some teeth. Big scary moment. It doesn't look like much, just there's some teeth, and yeah, you can't really say it proper. So this is a moment that is reserved from rain. You do it when you're inside a coaster, and of course more terrain, working on the terrain for the train, and everything is going great. Everything is taking life, and I love the queue for that area. That queue section is incredible, and you will have the terrain build up, and oh, it's gonna be great. Still need to figure out bits and bobs of the station, and then the terrain will be able to come closer. We'll be able to complete the rock section, turn on the back, and really have something unique. Still need to figure out what I will do exactly in this area, so let me know down the comments. And beside that, yeah, more terrain, more everything. Try to replace the balloon with the balloon we've got in update 6, but it doesn't look as great, so I'm keeping my homemade balloons. And so I think I can stop there today, honestly. It was already quite a big episode. I did a lot of things, lots of testing that didn't go well, so it happens sometimes. But I'm out of time for this week, and I'm happy with all the content we managed to do in this one. We did the Western Town, we expanded the terraforming, and we finished that building, changed the bench, added the music with the new playlist feature, found the name for that area, did this little amazing section, and of course we did the tree. And that alone, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing, and I'm so happy about that. And so that's where I'm gonna leave you guys. I really hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you want to see more. Tell me in the comment what you think of the tree, what you think of this side of the Western Town. It's definitely gonna expand a little bit on this side, but I don't know what on this side. Maybe a flat ride or a dark ride, or maybe the mine train coaster. That could be fun. for a gold mine. Yeah, that could work. Having the mining down and all this area pretty much complete. Not in the next episode. You know me, I'm still have so much work to. I will say it's 50% complete, so that's nice. 50% complete over there, 50% complete over there, and we started this side of the park. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and yeah, next time I'm still gonna have so much fun with the game. I have a design for a build that will go there. This is probably the first thing I will do on the next video, and also I need to find a building to complete this side of the main street. But yeah, we are making good progress. I'm very proud of where we're going with this park. And my name was Miss Barbar. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye!